I can't believe it's already August. I mean, where has this month gone? Not this month. This month just started. More like, where did July go and where did the whole rest of the year go? It's crazy how quickly time is going by these days. Anyway, tonight we have some baseball breaks on tap. We have an autographed baseball that will be opening up, and an autographed baseball jersey, and then a half case of Allen and Ginter. So we've got all kinds of fun stuff on tap tonight. And right now I'm just trying to get, the iPad is being very finicky again, not wanting to load chat, so I was kind of futzing around with it, but hopefully it's going to load here in a minute. In the meantime, let's take a look at who is in break number 1. So our first break tonight is 2017 Onyx Clubhouse Collection. These are game-used batting gloves. This is the third time we've broken it. There are 3 in a case, so this is the last of the case. eBay end date, of course, that was tonight. Our live stream schedule, that's right now. Team names are on one side, winning bidder names across from them. You will see there are tons and tons of teams in here that say no bids buyback. So apparently this was not a terribly popular product. Probably won't be getting any more of this, but anything that says no bids, if something comes out for that team, it'll just hang out here with me. You did probably see one team across there that said unpaid as well. That is a team that was sold, but payment had not come in, at least as of 3 or 4 minutes ago. So as long as payment does come in, you're going to get, whatever you pull, whatever you're due, you will get as long as you take care of the payment. Now, fortunately, these don't smell really badly. Some of these guys have been like, oh, crazy smelling. I mean, like very, very ripe. Definitely game used. All right, so here, this is actually a nice little COA. It comes with his picture as well. So this is Garcia for the White Sox. So there's our certificate. There's another little certification number. Here are the gloves and autographed, each one on the palms there. And definitely they got a workout in the game they were used. But as I said, fortunately, these do not smell. So that's the good news. I think it was the very first pair of those we opened. Man, I mean, it was ripe. That fragrance was very, very strong in the first one. But hey, that just means they were well used and well loved, right? So that is going to move us into break number 2, which is our baseball jersey. And if I can get us switched over to the right screen here, let's try this again. And this is one 2017 Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey. This is the 4th time we have broken a 2017 Hit Parade baseball jersey. This particular jersey is Series 12. And same format as before, end date tonight, live stream right now. No bids buyback. Teams are unsold teams. Anything comes out for one of them, it stays here with me. Anything that says unpaid means the team was sold but not paid for, at least as of a couple minutes ago. As long as you take care of payment, I will take care of getting you whatever you are due. I do not check messages, email, or eBay while I'm doing the live break, so that's why, if the payment hasn't come in by the time that spreadsheet is finalized, then I don't see it until after the break is finished. So the Gold Rush jerseys that we were opening, they are sold out, so we are with the Hit Parade for a while now. And this jersey says Taylor on it, and I'm trying to read. Oh, is this Tom Berenger, the actor? I think it is. I mean, doesn't that look like Tom Berenger, the actor's signature to you guys? I think it is. In which case, I guess we'll end up sending this off to random, because this would be, of course, now that says Indians on the front of the jersey, but I am pretty sure that signature says Tom Berenger. And of course, it definitely doesn't say anything Taylor. So I'm fairly sure this is a fictional character signed by the actor Tom Berenger. But bear with me here for a second, and I'm going to look it up. And if it is what it appears to be, then it's going to go to random. And that's how it's going to roll, because I'm pretty sure that's an actor. I mean, an actor signing a jersey. It would be from Major League or Major League 2, one or the other of those. And I'm trying to find out what his character's name was in Major League. Do you guys remember? If you do, throw it up there in chat. Meanwhile, I'm trying to look it up. And of course, everything is going to take... Okay, yeah, that's right. Tom Berenger played Jake Taylor in the Major League movies, which is what I thought we were looking at, and in fact, it is. So this is going to go to random then, because that is pretty much what I thought we had, was Tom Berenger from the Major League movies. And I went to, if you're wondering where I verified it, I went to IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database, and just put in to see the cast and crew for Major League so I could match up Tom Berenger to his character's name. And once we did that, then we know that Taylor is it, and that is in fact what's going to happen next. Is going to be random. So let's come over here and grab all of our team names. And then we're going to buzz over to random and scoot them into there and let random tell us who our lucky winner is for the Tom Berenger jersey. And it is coming up Pittsburgh Pirates. So Pittsburgh Pirates, you are taking home this Tom Berenger signed jersey. And guys, you notice here, I don't see any, they're the only COA on this thing. There's no paper certificate in it, but you do have this little sticker there that you see that is the, what is that even from? It says Celebrity Services, something or another. And that is the only COA that's in this one. There's not anything else with it. So just FYI. So Pittsburgh Pirates via random, taking home the actor signed jersey. And that then, let me write that, I'm going to write that on the outside of that box. Give me 1 second, and we're going to come back to, and we're going to do our Allen and Ginter. I just want to make sure that I write where that random went so that I don't have to go back and watch this video later to figure it out. So this is going to bring us into the half case of Allen and Ginter, 2017 Allen and Ginter. So there's going to be, why is that doing that? There are 6 boxes in this, and it's the back half of a case that we started the other day. And same format that you're used to seeing, where we've got no bids buyback, 1 unsold team. That probably needs to come out of there. So let me get that squared away. And then we have a couple of unpaid spots. And again, same thing. As long as you take care of getting payment to me, I'm going to take care of getting anything you pull to you. And we did not pull any rip cards out of the first half of this case. We did pull the hot box. So we did get the one that has all the base cards with the foil parallel. That hot box was pulled in the first half of the case, but we didn't pull any rip cards. So... Well, it's not exactly a Cleveland jersey there, guys, Shiloh, because that's a fictional character's name. That's not actually a baseball player for the Cleveland Indians. That's a fictional character from the movie Major League, and it is signed by an actor, Tom Berenger. It is not signed by an actual baseball player. So, you know, it's not actually a jersey for the Cleveland Indians, because it's from a movie. So that's why it was sent off to random, because it's a fiction. It's an actor signing the jersey of a fictional character from a movie. Does that make sense? And hi, Nate. And I'm not going to resell the unpaid teams. I'm hoping that those folks will go ahead and take care of payment. I don't resell them very often, much to my detriment often. And at some point in the near future, I probably will start reselling them, but for right now, I'm not. So, but thank you for offering. I do appreciate that. First box topper out is for the Mets, and that's Noah Syndergaard. And I'm going to go ahead and take our camera off of autofocus, because once we start opening these cards, it gets a little crazy, always trying to zoom in and out on us. So we're just going to try to prevent that right up front. So we should have at least one rip card in here, if not two. You know, I've in the first case that we opened, there were two. And I've been told by some other folks that there are definitely two per case. I didn't remember seeing that in the pre-order info that they sent me. I just remembered seeing that there was one per case, which is, you know, not to say that it didn't say two, because sometimes you forget, you read so many things like that. But at any rate, I know there's going to be one, and we may have two. So we'll find out as we buzz through this. And you'll see that I'm taking all the little minis out of each pack as we go along. That's because if you don't, they have a tendency to want to slide out when I'm trying to, you know, show you guys the cards. And I don't want them coming out banging down on the table there. So that's the reason for shaking them out and setting them off separately. We'll look at the front of each one first, and then we'll look at the back to look for any kind of variations or short prints. This, of course, is required reading. This one, any of these that say dude, that will go to the World's Dudes category. Obviously, our baseball players go to their teams. This would go to the non-baseball celebrity category. That's another dude. And, of course, you know, we've got a bunch of, I'm sure you all noticed that most everything was broken out into categories. So there's, you know, there's the non-baseball celebrity, there's fictional character relics, there's the dudes, bust a move. I mean, there's just tons and tons of different categories, because Allen & Ginter has so much variation in it, and we wanted to account for that. Some people are completionists. They like to complete the whole set of something, so I like to put that up as a bidding opportunity. And I'm just setting everything that isn't a baseball card over here on the sorting mat already, so that if we need to review any of that, you know, sometimes somebody comes in, maybe they have sport fish and lures, and they want to see all their cards at the end of the break or something. So I kind of try to keep them separate as we go. And the baseball cards themselves, I will also move over there at the end of each box, just to give us room to work. This is one of our buyback cards. We're going to find a bunch of those. They're all going to be stamped with Rediscover tops on them. And there's different color stamps. There's like silver and gold and, you know, bronze, I think. And I don't know. They've got a bunch of different variations. That's Revolutionary Battles. But most of those buybacks, you know, are pretty common cards, I guess is the best way to say it. Here's our first hit of the night, and it is out for the Baltimore Orioles, and it is Mr. Adam Jones coming out for the Orioles. Yeah, there definitely are some Santa Claus relics, and that of course would go in the fictional character relics category that I had listed if we were to pull that. And there's Bigfoot relics and unicorn hair, and I don't remember what else. There's quite a few different ones that would fall into that category that if we pull them, I think would be a lot of fun. That's a World's Fair insert. So, you know, hopefully we will pull some of that, but those are kind of hard to come by, I think, the fictional character relics. Gems and Fossils, that's another one, of course, that had its own category. I'm just trying to remember them all. Of course, you guys saw them on the when they were listed for sale, I'm sure, and or on the spreadsheet just a few minutes ago. So you kind of know how it's broken out. Everything that we are opening up tonight, I am anticipating it will go out on Saturday. And it's always possible that I can get it to you sooner, and if that works out, that's great. I will always do my best to get it to you as quickly as I can. But there are some other breaks ahead of this one that still have to get out the door. And it's always possible with, you know, some extenuating circumstances, something unexpected happens that maybe some of it doesn't get out the door until Monday, but that would not be my expectation. I would think that the stuff we're opening tonight should be out the door around Saturday. You should get a tracking notice from eBay when I print the label. That'll let you know when it has shipped. I say should because I have had two different instances. Well, 2 different days, multiple instances each day, but 2 different days recently where eBay, for some reason, did not add the tracking numbers. And with one guy, it did it to him both times, both days that it happened with him. But fortunately, it was a big package going priority mail, so I was able to figure out what it was and add it in manually. But some of the others that it happened to affect, I had no way to match up the tracking number. So hopefully that is fixed, but if it is not, whoops, we needed to look at the back of that. But if it is not, there's always the possibility that it could go out and not have a tracking number associated with it, which I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on to make sure that if that happens, I catch it. Because eBay does not... eBay used to put the name and address, you know, on the receipt they would send you after you shipped something, and they stopped doing that. So now it just gives you a tracking number and nothing else, which makes it rather difficult if you're trying to look through, you know, 100 labels that you just printed to know which one goes with what. But I have written them about it and ask them to look into it, and hopefully they're going to get it fixed so that we don't have to keep worrying about whether or not they get our tracking numbers added. Another buyback. Here's our next hit. It is a relic for the Diamondbacks. Mr. Paul Goldschmidt relic for the D-backs. And if you want the pace on any of this to change, let me know, and I'll be happy to speed something up or slow something down. Oh, this is nice. This is a little Manny Machado numbered to 99, but this is one of our World Baseball Classic relics. So that's a cool little hit there with the Manny Machado. You don't see those super often. I think it is, well, I'm assuming it is 1 per case because we did get 1 in the last case, and obviously we've just gotten 1 in this case, so my assumption is that they are 1 per case. I think I just forgot to put Harriet Tubman over there in her own pile, didn't I? Anything that is numbered, when you get these, numbered from 301 to 350 is a short print, 301 to 350. But it's not maybe the short print in the traditional sense that we're used to with Topps, because we find a lot of them And some of the other half cases, when I was sorting, I would notice that we had sometimes as many as 5 or 6 of the same short print in a half of a case. So they are technically short prints. If you look on the checklist, they're listed as short prints, but they're not as short a print as what we would find in other Topps products. But nonetheless, if you're into that kind of thing, and a lot of us are, because sometimes the short prints are worth as much as certain autographs and certain relics for sure. So those are 301 to 350. Of course, I think generally, you know, the ones that are worth a little bit more money are the ones that are a little bit harder to find than these are, but still. Another buyback. All right, then as we finish each box, I'm just going to set the base, or set the baseball off on the sorting mat alongside all the category cards, so that we don't get big tall stacks back there that make me nervous. Of course, tomorrow Topps Chrome comes out, so we will be breaking some of that, although I cannot remember. I think maybe I don't have the first break listed for it until Thursday. I could have one listed for it tomorrow night, but I don't remember doing that. So we will have some Topps Chrome to open. There is still one more case of Allen and Ginter. After we finish this tonight, there's one full case left of it. There's the back half of Stadium Club, which I'm not sure, may already be listed. This one's coming out for the Marlins with the Giancarlo Stanton. And then, what else do we have? Oh, the back half of Optic. And that's the last of Optic. So the back half of Optic is the last of it. The back half of Stadium Club is the last of it. And then the one full case left of Allen and Ginter. And, of course, lots of Topps Chrome on the way. And I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know, I can't decide about this, but thinking about just busting that last case of Allen and Ginter as one giant break. I mean, it would take forever. It'd probably take 2 hours to open all those cards. But I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know. What do you guys think? You have a preference, half case to whole case, on something with this much base? Everybody's all quiet. All right, so I guess nobody's gonna weigh in on the half case versus whole case, but I don't know. I'll think about it and decide if I want to endeavor to bust through a whole case at once. It's just a lot of base cards in a set, obviously. To have to do the whole case at once would take a long time. Another required reading went by there, and that is one of our magicians. Of course, that's World Dudes, as you see. Poor Moncada, man. That was a nasty little collision, wasn't it? I haven't heard what the report is on his knee. Are they saying that, I mean, I think I heard the x-ray maybe was negative, or the scan or whatever, in that it's not, like, totally busted up, but I think it's busted up pretty good. That was a nasty collision, man. And of course, the other guy that got knocked out, I mean, I'm assuming, or basically knocked out, I'm assuming he probably has a concussion at the least. I don't even remember who it was in the outfield that he popped. I saw the play, but I don't remember who it was that he hit. Well, I should say I saw a replay of the play. I didn't see it live. Another buyback. Of course, anything for the Expos, you guys know, will go to the Washington Nationals because that Montreal Expos, they just relocated and got a new name, and card always stays with its franchise. Yankees, and we've been pulling a ton of Yankees, and they haven't been the Yankee that you guys want. Well, we did pull one Aaron Judge relic, but Masahiro Tanaka is our relic for the Yankees there. There's a Judge, speak of the devil. Yankees picked up some nice additions in trade, so I think they're going to be even better set than they were, if you can believe it. Oh, boy. Oh, man, there for a minute. I saw the gloves. I thought we got lucky, but we have Miguel Cotto is our boxer. And there for a minute, I thought maybe we were going to have Mayweather, but we have Miguel Cotto. And that, of course, goes to our non-baseball celebrity category for that hit. I don't know if those Mayweather autographs have cooled off any or not, but someone told me the other day, well, I guess I can leave those there till we finish this box. Anyway, someone told me the other day that they were going around $1,000 or thereabouts, I think. So that'd be a nice little hit if we can find it. All right, let's take a look at these. Of course, all of our little black border cards there, I think that's how they're listed on the checklist, is just black border. We did also find in the first half of this case, in addition to our hot box, we did find a mini that was numbered, hand numbered on the back. In the first case of this that we opened, I found one of those in the case. So I would assume that that is a one per case thing as well. But, you know, until we get completely finished with this second case, you never know if there's the possibility to pull more than that. Because we don't have a model of comparison until we completely finish this one. Another buyback. Someone brought up a point the other night about the buyback cards, that it makes them mad, excuse me, mad when they pull the buybacks. But I believe those are added in as extra cards. I don't think that those replace, you know, one of the regular cards. I think it's added as just an additional card. Marlins have a hit with a little Ichiro relic there for the Marlins. I talked to somebody a couple of days ago who went to the National, and they got an early look at Topps Chrome, and they said they look really nice. So I'm anxious to get into that. Of course, it'll show up tomorrow, and I might have the break schedule for tomorrow night, but I doubt it. I usually schedule them for the day after release, primarily because I'm always worried that they're not going to show up in time, that like UPS or FedEx is going to somehow not get them here. So I think I probably don't have it listed till Thursday night, but I'm going to be super anxious to get into it. It's going to be hard to wait. Jonas Brother. Oh, a little buyback for the Reds. I do like my little Cincinnati Reds, despite the fact that they dwell in the basement these days. This is box 3 of 6 that we're getting ready to start on. So this is our halfway point box. Or we'll be at the halfway point when we finish it, more to the point. And our box loader here coming out for the Angels with a little Mike Trout. Kind of like when there's all these packs to open, it kind of makes you wish that it was just like 2 giant packs of cards, right? You could just take off 2 wrappers and be ready to go. But that doesn't lend itself well to retail sales, so that's why it isn't that way. But it sure would make it easier for our purposes. Of our dudes. Whoops. Oh, here we do have another little red back and hand numbered. So must be maybe, well, the first case we did only have 1. In this case we have 2. So I guess it's not a definite 1 per case, because this time we have a second one. Well, Andrew McCutchen for the Pirates. So Pirates with a nice little hit there. And if any of you guys that have these other categories, you know, constellations, magicians, sportfish, World's Fair, etc., I know some of them didn't sell, but some of them did. So if any of you guys want to flip through your specific category at the end of the break, just shoot something up there in chat and let me know. And I will be happy to do that. That's why I kind of keep them sorted over here, so that if that comes up, we can easily reference them for you. You guys are so quiet tonight. It's kind of eerie. There's usually somebody in chat, but tonight you guys were there for a minute, and then everybody just went radio silent. Probably multitasking. That's what I tend to do. When I watch breaks, sometimes I do the same thing. I'm also watching television or sometimes flipping back and forth between breaks. Here's a little William Shatner relic. So this will also go to the non-baseball celebrity category. Of course, he's an actor. Oh, we've got a rip card. Let's look at our other base there. So our rip card, of course, numbered to 60, and it is a Lou Gehrig. So that is coming out for the Yankees. And, oh, you know I love rip cards. So, cool hit for the Yankees with the rip card. Go Yankees. I don't know what's inside any of them this year. I'm sure that it's out by now on a lot of them, that people that have ripped them know and have come out and said what's inside. So I don't know what's inside the Lou Gehrig, but we pulled a nice Babe Ruth for one of our other ones, and then we pulled one of the Mets. I don't remember if it was DeGrom or Syndergaard, but one of the Mets pitchers out of the first case, along with the Babe Ruth. And now the Lou Gehrig. Well, I didn't do a very good job getting the wrapper open on that one. Take a look at all of our little minis. That one is a dude, of course. That's a magician. That's required reading. All right. I get these where they need to go over here. We've only seen one bust a move tonight, haven't we? Usually see a few more of those. I guess we'll come across them as we go along. The little dance mini inserts. Whoa. Mel about got away from me there. Another Reds buyback. He was trying to escape, but we caught him. A little relic coming out for the Astros, and a nice orange one. Yay. I like it when they have some color. So that is George Springer coming out for the Astros with the relic. All right, we are getting ready to open box number 4 of 6. I just want to stack these over on the sorting mat so that we don't have to worry about them being stuck back there in the corner. And if you guys were not part of the first break on this, I know some of you were and some of you may not have been. The way that I decide which boxes we open in which break, basically I take them out and number them on the end, and then we put it in random.org, and random then chooses which boxes we open. I figure that's the most fair way to do it. So that's how we decide which boxes are opened in which break whenever there are case hits involved anyway. Coming out for the Blue Jays, a little Josh Donaldson on the box topper. You know, on stuff where there's not a case hit, I don't worry too much about doing that. But when there is a case hit, I like it to be as random and even and fair and whatever you want to call it as we can possibly make it. And I figure that's the best way to do it. There's some football coming out this week too, but I believe Donruss football comes out this week. I didn't buy any of that though. I just, I don't know. Donruss football's okay, but it doesn't totally thrill me, so figured I would pass that one and spend the money on buying more Topps Chrome instead, so. Not to say we couldn't get it later. Might get some Donruss football later, but just not right off the bat anyway. Another one of our dudes. Another dude. Magician. We had, I think it was a required reading. Yeah. There's the required reading. Oh, and there was a Bust-A-Move as well. Lots of different ones to sort out of that one. Whoops. Oh, we've got a Mets relic for Jacob deGrom. Oops, I about sorted that over there with Revolutionary Battles there for a second. And that is followed up with a Justin Verlander Detroit Tigers relic. So 2 of our 3 coming out right there together almost. If anybody jumped in late, expected shipping date on this stuff is Saturday. And if I can get it on the way to you sooner, I will. There's always a slight possibility that something could come up unexpected that could roll some of it into Monday, but I think I'm expecting that it will get out on Saturday. Post office is open until 3 that day, so I can usually get a pretty good amount of stuff done in time to get it there on Saturday. All right, let's see who we've got. That was Barry Larkin. All right. Kind of crazy that Los Angeles has the Olympics in, what, 11 years? I mean, I don't ever remember them announcing the Olympics host site. The Olympic host site that far in advance. That's like such a crazy long time away from now. 2028, I think it is, right? So that's cool that we'll have the summer games coming back to the States after, it's been a while, right? I mean, what's it been since sometime in the 90s maybe is the last time it was here. It's been a good long while anyway. So that was a nice announcement. Couple of black border cards. One of them is Jeff Bagwell. He just went into the Hall of Fame this week along with Ivan Rodriguez and who else? Somebody else went in. Ivan and Jeff and can't remember who the other one was. Well, Bud Selig, the old commissioner, but that's not who I'm thinking of. I mean, another baseball player whose name I've blanked on. You guys remember, like, what a crazy batting stance Jeff Bagwell had? It was, I think, who was it? Somebody, it was a sportscaster or sports writer, somebody talking about his batting stance once upon a time, said it looked like he was, you know, on the toilet with his batting stance. Well, I guess, where's our mini? Is it stuck? It's stuck to something. Maybe it's not. There it is. It was in the back there. It got stuck. Here is our third hit, and it's coming out for the Reds. A little Joey Votto relic. I like that one. You know I like my Reds, and always happy to see Joey Votto. Gary Stevens, jockey. Of course, all those go again in the non-baseball celebrity bidding category. All right, that was the end of box number 4. So we got 2 boxes left in this half case. Oh, my computer monitor over there trying to doze off on me. You have to tap that keyboard ever so often or it goes to sleep. Which I definitely don't want it to do, because at some point then it would probably shut down the broadcast software, which would put us in a jam. Well, Buster Posey for the Giants. Your box toppers will come in a sleeve and a top loader, but it's a 5x7 size. There's not, I don't have one that's the exact size of the Allen & Ginter box loaders, but it should still suffice to get it to you safe and sound. Oops. Some of these like to slide around. They sit on top of the other cards and just shoot right off. Oh, Chipper Jones and Adam Jones. Mike Trout. I was just curious if the Jackie Robinson was a short print, but it isn't. You know, we're going to have our first basketball product out before too long as well. Contenders draft picks, when they're still in their collegiate uniforms, of course, is coming out, I think, at the end of August, maybe the end of this month. So it's just right around the corner. And they added some new stuff to it. You know, in the past, it's always just been the rookies in their collegiate uniforms and in terms of the hits and draft picks, contenders draft picks to be specific. But this year they've added some veterans in there as well. So like Steph Curry, and they'll show a picture of him, at least from what I saw on the sell sheet. It'll be a kind of a split photo. We'll show him in his, you know, Warriors uniform and also in his collegiate uniform. And it'll be signed. So yeah, they're adding a little twist, adding some veteran signatures in there alongside our rookies. And on top of that, then they're allocating it. So it's going to be much less of it produced than has been produced in recent years. So everybody lately seems to have been circus clown, dude. That is crazy. That's a scary picture. And a magician. So a lot of our products that we're used to having full availability are suddenly turning up allocated these days. And that's the next in the list. And even signed mini helmets. You know, I break a lot of signed football mini helmets of various brands. And TriStar's got another set of them coming out, I don't know, in a month or so. And it again will have some of our rookies in it. Football rookies, of course, for that. Deshaun Watson and some of those guys are going to be in there. And so they're allocating that. And I'm like, I have never in my life seen a mini helmet, an autographed mini helmet, allocated. That's just crazy. So I think all these companies are, maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're just ending up with more product than they mean to have. So everything is being printed in, or made in that case, lesser quantities. And then it's going to be harder to get. And off we go to the races, right? This relic is Cabrera. Got a little Migs for you, Detroit Tigers. Never a bad thing to have a Miggy relic, right? My squeaky chair. Every time I shift in that thing, it squeaks like crazy. All right, this is the end of box 5 that we're looking at right now. And again, all the Expos cards go, of course, to the Nationals because that franchise just relocated and renamed. Let me pull out the required reading. We'll put it on top as well. So far, we've only seen one Constellation mini, which is kind of unusual. There's typically, well, there's not a ton of them. There's probably less Constellation minis less Constellation and less Magicians, I think, than there are some of the others. But we've only had one Constellation so far tonight, so hopefully a couple more will show up. I think that is a category that someone has tonight. I was kind of trying to stick to that buyback. And there's an example of a different, what I was talking about, the Rediscover Tops. That one's stamped in like a copper sort of color. Not that you guys probably care about that. I mean, again, I know most of those buybacks really aren't worth much of anything, but just pointing out for those who do. Chris Sale relic for the Red Sox. Unusually high number of relics tonight. It's typically a little more evenly split, relics and signatures, but this is a lot of relics so far this evening. What is that guy? Oh, Pedroa. I don't know who I thought that was. World's Fair. Another World's Fair, another rip card, yay. So I guess we are at 2 a case. And this one for the Mariners with a little canoe. How about that? To 60. I think that says, I think 33 of 60 is what that says. On the canoe for the Mariners. So there's our second rip card. And this is box number 6 of 6. So the final box of this break and the final box of this case. The next Allen and Ginter break, which I don't think I have listed yet. So it will probably be on Monday night of the upcoming week. Monday or Tuesday night of the upcoming week. And it'll be the start of a new case. For the Dodgers, a little bit of Corey Seager. Let's get these over on the sorting side, and then we'll bust into this last box and see what else we can find. Hopefully something excellent for you. Ah, there's another Constellation. Good. And a little Bust a Move, I think, came out of there as well. There's another Dude. I've always enjoyed the minis. Minis are one of my favorite things in Topps products. There's a Magician in there too, of course, and there's our Constellation. We'll flip it over in a second and you'll be able to see which one it is. As in the bright light, you're not going to see the pattern, of course. Perseus. And then our Magician. Sportscaster, of course, goes to the non-baseball celebrity category. And this relic is also going to be heading to the non-baseball celebrity category. And this is Corey Belmore, the Beer Mile Runner. So I'm not familiar with that guy. Well, we see him in here, of course, fairly often, but I don't know much about him. But anyway, you've got a relic from him. Sorry about that. Wainwright just about buzzed out of my hand there, but it doesn't seem to have caused him any issues. He didn't make it all the way down, but he made it a good part of the way down. So I guess school's starting back pretty soon as well, which is just crazy to think about, isn't it? We're a couple weeks away from kids being back in school. Doesn't even seem like we should barely be out of spring, except for the fact that it's been brutally hot for like since April. It's been really hot this year. Got hotter earlier than it normally would and has stayed really quite warm all year long. Even a pretty mild winter, actually, I guess. That little William Shatner going by there. Well, that's a short print on the Adam Eaton. I just happened to notice that. I'm sure we've seen some other short prints go through as well, but I just happened to notice the number on the Adam Eaton to see that it was. And again, it's anything 301 to 350 if you're looking for that when you get your cards. The short prints and minis and full-size regular cards are 301 to 350. We might have a redemption. Did I just see a... No, I thought I saw the color of a redemption, but it was caught the color of the edge of the Sport Fish and Lure card and got all excited there for a minute, thinking we might have Bellinger or Ian Happ. Which we did pull Bellinger out of the first case, I think. First half of the first case was obviously redemption. No Ian Happ, though. We haven't pulled that one yet. Come on out of there, Minnie. That last little Minnie was being stubborn. Did not want to come out of there. Ah, there's our Minnie. There it is. Stuck to the back again. All right, last of it. Let's hope for something big. One of our dudes. Big puppy. All right. Let's see what we can find in here. To wrap it up, maybe it'd be something big. Well, right now we have a little Kyle Seager for the Mariners. Relic, of course. World's Fair. And Dansby. Okay. Braves got a hit with Dansby relic, a little mini relic. Cool. Definitely a relic heavy break. What have we I think we have, maybe is it just the one signature? Of course, we're going to recap it in a minute and we'll double check it then, but I think we have just the one signature and everything else a relic, which is an unusual percentage of relics. It's normally a little more evenly split than that. But I don't remember getting an unusually high number of autographs out of the first half, so I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to move these down into the sort area, and then we will recap our hits. And again, anybody that has any of these other bidding categories, if you want to, constellations or bust move, world dupes, any of those categories, if you want to look at any of your stuff, I did keep it separate as we went along, so I can recap it for you if you would like. Just jump into chat and let me know. I guess there's no need to pick up that whole stack. So we had the signature for our boxer here of Miguel Cotto, and that goes to the non-baseball celebrity category. Our little Dansby Swanson rookie fabric hit for the Braves. Kyle Seager for the Mariners. Non-baseball celebrity relic Beer Mile Runner guy. Rip card for the Mariners. Chris Sale for the Red Sox. A little Miggy. Joey Votto. Justin Verlander. Jacob deGrom. George Springer. Second rip card, Lou Gehrig. William Shatner goes to the non-baseball celebrity category. Ichiro for the Marlins. Masahiro Tanaka. Nice little Manny Machado number 299 in the World Classics uniform. Paul Goldschmidt for the D-backs, and Adam Jones for the Orioles. So guys, that's it for tonight. That's all we have to open. As always, I appreciate you hanging out with me, chatting with me, bidding, breaking with me. Always have new stuff going up, and most of the new stuff that comes out I do break in baseball, football, and basketball. So and a lot of old stuff mixed in too. So hopefully I will see you guys again somewhere along the way for another break. As always, I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.